Imagine if war didn't begin with an invasion, but with a notification. A quiet alert blinking deep inside the Pentagon. Conflict probability, 92%. Location, Taiwan Strait. Time frame, 18 days. No missiles launched, no soldiers moved. Just code, predicting chaos. This isn't science fiction. The U.S. Defense Department is developing AI systems capable of forecasting global conflicts before the first shot is fired. They call it strategic foresight through machine learning. But the implications? They're straight out of a dystopian novel, because when an algorithm starts predicting wars, how long before it starts causing them? Back in 2018, DARPA, the Pentagon's advanced research agency, launched something called the AI Next campaign. Among dozens of projects, one quietly stood out: a system designed to track strategic instability indicators. What are those? They're the subtle, almost invisible signs that tension is about to explode, like troop mobilizations, currency fluctuations, fuel stockpiling, or even spikes in satellite phone usage in border zones. This AI doesn't just read military reports, it reads the world. It consumes millions of open-source signals every day: tweets, shipping manifests, rainfall patterns, local fuel prices, even satellite traffic data. Then, it looks for patterns that human analysts could never see. For example, when fertilizer imports suddenly spike in one region, historical data shows a 63% chance that artillery shell production is ramping up. It's predictive policing, but scaled up to the entire planet. Fast forward to 2023. In a secure command center at U.S. Indo-Pacific Command, analysts watch something extraordinary unfold. The system flagged an unusual pattern: encrypted logistics traffic in eastern China, a surge in coastal ferry bookings, and a subtle dip in global semiconductor exports. It generated a warning: potential amphibious mobilization scenario, probability 74%. 2 weeks later, China announced large-scale naval exercises near Taiwan. For the first time, the AI's prediction aligned almost perfectly with real-world escalation.
But inside defense circles, a whisper started circulating. Did the machine just predict a crisis?
The AI is part of a classified network under Project Stitches, a system that fuses data from satellites, human intelligence, cyber intercepts, and even global shipping databases. Each data point is converted into what's called a behavioral signature. When those signatures combine in certain patterns, troop movement, fuel logistics, propaganda tone shifts, the model triggers a strategic anomaly. In simple terms, it's not reading your mind. It's reading a nation's intentions. The system doesn't replace generals. It feeds them options. Deploy carriers to Guam or ramp up cyber defenses in Hawaii. It's not guessing. It's calculating probabilities in real time. And when you can see war coming before it happens, you don't react, you shape it. But here's the nightmare scenario no one wants to talk about. What if the prediction becomes the provocation? If an AI flags a country as a high risk, the US might reposition forces, triggering exactly the fear that leads to escalation. It's a digital feedback loop, paranoia turned algorithmic. Even worse, what happens if adversaries figure out how to manipulate the data? Feed the system fake shipping manifests, false social chatter, or spoofed satellite imagery, and you could make the world's most powerful military act on a lie. Predictive AI is only as stable as the reality it believes in, and reality can be hacked. China and Russia aren't watching from the sidelines. Beijing's Strategic Support Force is developing an equivalent system called Deep Threat, trained on decades of Western media and US economic data. Russia's GRU calls their model Poseidon, focused on predicting NATO troop morale using social media trends and satellite meal shipments. Yes, even food data is intelligence now. It's an arms race of algorithms. The prize? Control of the future itself. Can you ethically prepare for a war that hasn't happened yet? If AI predicts a 90% chance of conflict, does America wait or strike first? It's the oldest military dilemma, wrapped in 21st century code. The Pentagon's current stance is firm. AI can advise, but never decide. But as these systems prove more accurate, the temptation grows. Despite all the hype, there's still one thing machines can't predict: us. Humans are irrational, emotional, political. A single handshake, a viral speech, or an unexpected election can alter destiny. That's why the Pentagon insists every prediction still ends with a human analyst, someone who can ask why before asking how accurate. So here we are, standing on the edge of preemptive history, a world where wars might not surprise us anymore, only confirm what the data already knew. It's a seductive vision, perfect awareness, no surprises, total control. But maybe the unpredictability of human nature is the only thing keeping us from becoming machines ourselves. As the Pentagon's AI learns to foresee the next conflict, maybe the real question isn't, can we prevent war? But rather, can we prevent ourselves from trusting the algorithm too much?